What it
Yo, yo,
do?
yo. And
What
then,
it do, man? Check this out, man. So this right here is something new for y'all, man. First episode, first ever one, man. New podcast for the people. Feel like it's needed. We doing this for the culture, rap music, entertainment, great conversations. I'm the man they call Mr. ENT. Right here, this my partner, my brother. I watched this man grow up, you know what I'm saying? Decal, the general. How you doing, bro?
all good, man. All good. How you?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed,
Yes,
man.
yes, sir.
I
Yes,
can't
sir.
complain, bro. I can't complain. Hey, man, y'all welcome to Talking That Ish, man. This is
Oh
like,
man.
this has been kind of a brainchild, right? It's finally coming to fruition because it felt like it's needed. Me and this man talk all the time, and we have conversations. Sometimes can go hours. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we wanted to bring it to you guys, bring it to the forefront, man, and just put it all out there because we both do music. Music is us, right? Me, long time vetting this thing. We gonna talk about ourselves in this particular episode to let you guys know what we doing, why we doing it, and just everything in between, man. So, Decal, man, just tell the people a little bit about you before we get going, bro.
Well, born and raised Montgomery, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, been doing music now for, can you believe, 6 years, dog? Six years. I've been a student for 6 years now. Student for 6 years. It's been some ups and downs, some growth, some identifying, just a lot of figuring out. And in the words of Mister, a lot of plotting, planning, and strategizing.
That's right.
But through it all, I haven't given it up. Even when you know the silent parts of it, I've been sticking with it in some capacity. Um, but like I said, been doing it for 6 years now. But yeah, man. I watched this guy here. Since I was in grade school, spitting rhymes, metaphors, cliches, similes, you know, and he always awed me. So he a big reason and a big part of the passion, or the big part of the passion that's within me with this music. So, um, you know, back from club jingle. That's throwback. Back when you was performing at your own house parties. Like
Yes,
I
sir.
watched all of that. You know what I'm saying? But now this guy here, he gave me a lot of motivation. And when I started 6 years ago, I started off on this thing called Band Lab, and I would always just send him stuff, and his response was, "Send me something else. Send me
Yeah.
something else."
Yep.
And, didn't quite understand what he was getting at until I sent him that one, and he was like, "All right, I think we got something going," and
Uh-huh.
he pulled up on me, and since then we what I'm saying, we've been locked in with it. That was pandemic time, so that was our baby at the time, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll get to that in a little bit. But yeah, man, that's who I am. I'm Decal, the general.
Yeah. Yeah. And also you like student, you know what I'm saying? You go to
Student.
school for this stuff, bro. And
Yeah.
when I like to say, to piggyback on what you just said, bro, going back to me having the parties and performing, and you spoke on Club Jingle, right? That was my first song recorded in the studio at the age of 16. We talking about, was that 2000, 2001? We think we talking about. I'm
Something
an
like
old
that.
head, y'all. I'm the OG, right? I'm the He ain't up territory yet. You know what I'm saying? I got you by what, about 7, 8 years?
No, 9 years.
9. Damn,
Nine.
bro, I'm old. I'm
Yeah,
old as
I'll be 33 on Tuesday.
Damn, that's what's up, man. That's
Yeah.
what's up. Yeah, man, I'm old. Damn, I'm old as fuck. Listen here, bro. So, but like they say, man, hey, it's all about wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this, you know what's so funny, bro? You know what's so funny? And this is how we talking to y'all, but y'all get used to us talking to each other like we talking on the phone, right? Because my
Not true.
man is over there. He in you in Virginia. My boy in VA right now, right? I'm in the Gulf. So we have to use communication to communicate, right? When you're in different, yeah. So, saying that, bro, like back during the pandemic time, 2000, 2020, whatever, we know when you started actually doing this on your own, you brought me back into the game because I wasn't even fucking with it like that, right?
Nah.
I wouldn't know. You brought me, you reeled me back in. I was semi-retired at the time, and you reeled me back in, and boy, we went on a run, and we gonna get to all that, as we go on with all the projects we was working on, all the songs we did, all the studio sessions, and the picking the brains and putting shit together. We gonna get into all that, but you was a little kid, bro, watching me do this as a teenager growing into a man.
Yes, sir.
That's how crazy this shit is, right? It comes full circle. You watch me do what I was doing. You wanted to do this. I still got documentation for this documentary we gonna do. I got it, bro. Like, no shit. You remember Future Star Status?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I don't know if you ever seen this, but this was like the one that was supposed to be a double disc. This is throwback. Y'all remember we had the 2 discs, the double albums, but this wasn't gonna be a double album. It was gonna be a CD DVD compilation because we was recording at that time, 2009, 2010. I was working on this project right here. At the time I was living in Maryland. So I was coming down. You remember that, right?
Yes, sir.
I was coming down. I would stay for a week at a time. Whatever. We hitting the studio. Shout out to Dro Bunner, man, your brother. You know what I'm saying? He was like right there. He ready for it, man. Shout out to everybody though, man. Seaway, man, Big Killer, Lil Mane, man, everybody. Yeah, shout out to them.
Whole GBC, man.
Whole GBC, man. Ghetto Block Committee, bro. But yeah, so talking about that footage I got, we still working on it, bro. It go back, but most of the footage comes from that time period. You at that time, teenager, trying to rap. You remember that, right? The Polo song. You remember that shit? Yeah. I got it on. I got the footage.
So
it's going on the documentary.
So, quick caveat here.
What's up?
I always used to want to go to the studio every time they went. And he will always tell me, nah, man, you too young, you too little, man. You gotta chill, He wouldn't let me go. So when I became a teenager, I can't quite remember how old I was. What year? I don't know what year was that Polo.
That was 20. It had to be 2010.
2010. So I was in I was in the 10th grade. The second half.
15, 16?
Yeah. I was around that age, 15. And I remember that I went down to his house. And we would always go down there, and it would always be something related to music. Either we listening to some new music, we laughing at Pimp C, or it was something that we was doing in his living room that related to music. And I came down there one day. It was me and Marquise, and I was like, and I think you maybe was about to go to the studio that day, if I ain't mistaken.
I was getting ready.
Or you was getting ready to go do something. 2010 ain't no telling. More than likely it was a studio for you around that time. But I was like, man, I want to go to the studio. You were like, man, you ain't got nothing, man. You ain't got nothing. You were like, all right, how about this? Make a song, go write a song real quick, come back and let me hear it. So y'all know what I did? I would have wrote a song and I came back and I like, I got something. He was like, you ain't got nothing. And shit, it was a done deal. I had something. It was very fitting for the time because I was heavy into like Ralph Lauren Polo at that time. So we came up with the name Ralph Lauren Shawty.
Yeah.
And I think what that song was called,
Best Dress.
Best Dress. Yeah.
Where your polo at, Shawty? Where your polo at?
And then you spit the legendary verse on there.
I did, yeah, I
First
did.
Plus I'm stacking plenty cheddar, feeling good, looking fine. Yeah, I ain't gotta go to rest, you know.
Yeah. I remember that. So, but we should have recorded that. You know, I would have put a brand new verse on that shit. You already know.
Sure.
But it was so much.
It was fitting. It was fitting though.
Yeah. And at the time, bro, and like I say, this was in the midst of doing Future Star Status, which we was working on other shit because, you know, we had those other songs we was doing, those GBC records. Some of them made Future Star Status, some of them didn't. But at the same time, you know, you was, like I say, teenager. You was just brand new to the game. Like, you ain't really know what you was doing. You just wanted to be involved.
Not true.
So, but, you know, and that takes me back to when I was your age at that particular time, when I was 15 and wanting to go to the studio. My uncle, D Baines, shout out to the legendary D Baines, who really was my reason. Besides these guys here, Outkast, besides Busta Rhymes, trying to think of some of the old rappers. So I got into it. I say, man, Tupac, you know, all that. I was kind of young. We all was young, you know, but when I really, really wanted to rap, when I'm in the house listening to my uncle spitting these fire ass lyrics, bro. I heard his song. You remember Survival? D Baines, Survival?
Yeah.
Man, listen, bro. Listen here. We're gonna play it one day. I got it. I got it somewhere. See, we have to pull the damn CD player out, man, because we got some throwback shit. You know what I'm saying? We got to pull the CD player. Hey, man, we come from the way back, man. We come back from the CD player. But man, D Baines really put me in the studio. When I say going to the studio, I went with him. You know, that was really my first taste of going to the studio. Before that, I was just trying to shit on my own. I would go back and go in my grandma's little storage room, like in the back of the house, a little storage house where the lawnmower shit was at, right? Summertime, I'm in that bitch with the damn CD player, with the radio, where you have to rap. We had no mics and none of that. You have to rap in the speaker, put the tape deck, put record, play the instrumental right here, and you rap.
Yeah.
That's how I made my first tape. I made my first mixtape like that, bro. I had the tape, the cassette tape. I think it was 9th grade. This was back when 9th grade was still in junior high, because I was at Goodwin at the time. You remember that?
Yes, sir.
I got the tape. I don't have the tape, but I got the cassette case somewhere. I got the cassette case. It was J-Dog. J-Dog was the it was J-Dog. I forgot the name of that shit, but it was in 1999. I know that because I had a song called I Wrote This in 99. You know, and I was just freestyling. I was freestyling, you know. At that time, I wasn't writing no whole songs. I was just writing verses. So I would just spit my verses. It was like mixtape shit you'll see. Nigga spit a long ass verse. I didn't know how to structure no songs at the time. Then I will make like remakes of other people's songs and make my own twist to it. Because, you know, that's what folks was doing. But when I say the club, you mentioned Club Jingle, 2001, Killer, Big Killer. Shout out to Big Killer, man. He was Baby J at the time, you know. Like, he was my first protege I put under my wing because he was like a little younger. He wasn't number 12 or 13 at that time, bro. And you know, bro, he was spitting, you know, with his little freestyle verse. Like, bro, you got to write, bro. Y'all, come on. I had them in writers boot camp, bro. I had Killer and his brother Jeremy, you know, Josh and Jeremy. We know him as Josh and Jeremy. They was Baby J, and he was J Dub, wasn't he?
J Dub, that's exactly what it was.
J Dizzy, that's who he was.
Killer Green.
You remember his song, The Dizzy Walk? That shit was hard.
I remember the Dizzy Walk, and then he had the Killer Green too.
Yeah. So, man, we talking about some kids, right? I taught them boys how to structure right verses and shit. Cause me as a writer, not to you know be on the high horse, but bro, I was winning all type of writing awards in elementary school. Bro, I was in a newspaper like in the 5th grade for the writers president award or some shit like that. So I could always structure some shit. But when it came to music, I always had an ear. Being in Alabama, we didn't really have a music scene. And this for everybody watching. In Alabama, bro, at that time, it took for like the Dirty Boys. Right? The Dirty Boys was like the group that kind of popped. And we saw them on 106 and Park and Video on Rap City and all that, where they Hit the Flow came out, the Rolling Bows and all that. But it was already hot in the city. Shout out Deuce Conrad, Small Time Ballers too. You know what I'm saying? They was hot at the time. Those was the big three: Deuce, Dirty, Small Time. At this time when I'm coming up into the rap game, my Uncle D Bane's like an underground legend, bro. Like he wouldn't really pop big like that, but I'll say he was the best fucking rapper in the city. Right? I can go say that because he was what you call Scarface. Face Mob. He was Scarface around this bitch, right? And the music was like dark though. It was dark and some shit make you think about your life type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And, we got to get D Baines on the platform too, man. You know, you got to get him. But yeah, so
keep for sure.
I don't know, bro. It just the shit was. I feel like it was in me, bro. And we can go on and on and on because I'm 20 years plus in this game, bro. 20 years plus. If we can go from 2001 to what we in 26, that's 25 years. That's 25 years, bro. So this year is my 25th anniversary of actually doing a song in the real studio. I'm not even talking about that shit that was in 99, 2000, because I went in the real studio like that. 2001 is when I stepped in the real studio.
You said this year?
Yeah, 26.
You stepped in the studio this year?
I got a verse on your shit. You put me back in the studio. You already know why. You put me back in the studio.
Oh.
Yeah. But before I got on your shit, bro, I went in the studio since 2022. So that's a 4-year.
That was Unfinished Business, right?
It was Unfinished Business. Yeah, Unfinished Business was no, I don't think. Yeah, I think it was Unfinished Business.
No, I think you did a few more after Unfinished Business, which was
I did.
The Ready? Was it Ready? Shakiri?
Yeah, the Be the One.
Be the One.
Shakiri. I know 2022. I did something else. I can't remember what it was. When did we do Unfinished Business? Was that 23 or 22?
That was 22 because I remember I was in Arizona at that time.
Okay.
And remember I was coming back and forth.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
That was honestly like physical me recording in actual studio. That was my last time in 2022.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You got to motivate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And but I mean, we was hot and heavy during the pandemic, 2020, 2021. We was getting it.
Yes, sir.
We was getting it in. Thanks to you. You brought it out of me, bro. Cause like I mentioned, I wasn't really fucking with it like that, bro. And I'm gonna say, like, the way I feel about music, it's a love-hate relationship. because all the years of me doing it, and I'm not afraid to admit, bro, I like the older music much more than I like the new music. And maybe it's because I grew up in the 90s. I grew up in that shit. I still go back. I was listening to Outkast today. I still go back and listen to Outkast. I still go back and listen to Tupac. I still go back and listen to all that shit. Rockefeller. Man, it's just I don't know, bro. And I have an ear for good shit. Like I put niggas on TI around this bitch. Different type of shit that y'all niggas wouldn't really own when they first came out. I'm the nigga that put them. So it ain't just that I have a ear for the music that's the big names, but when they first pop, you kind of hear that shit like, okay, I feel something. But right now, bro, it's not a lot of new music that I'm fucking with like that. I know you feel the same.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
But man, listen, bro. So we got questions on these topics, right? Like we talk about who are we, right? You know what I'm saying, and what we do. We do music. Why do we do this shit, bro? Why are we doing this shit? Like, we doing this podcast because if I felt like it's a need. We both feel like this is needed. The conversations, you know what I'm saying, for the culture. There's a lot of other podcasts out there from like former rappers, the famous former rappers, and a lot of media. But for us, as I call you little bro, it's just like we family, bro, but brothers from another. Me and yo big bro, we grew up best friends. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Seaway. So you already know we family.
For sure.
But it's a special connection because, like I said, bro, you watched me do this shit. I was kind of like your motivation coming up. You brought me back in, so you motivated me to get back in it and crank this shit back up and gave the love back to me. Like, I felt the love for music again. Cause I was in my hate stage, like, man, fuck all this shit, man. All this garbage. I don't like it. Nah, okay. I kind of feel it again. But bro, why? Like, give me your why. I want to know your why. I don't even know your why. So you telling me right now, tell me your why, bro. Why are we doing this? Why are you doing this, bro?
That's a good question. That I can answer that question in a lot of parts.
Right.
But to simplify, so just a little disclosure here. Like growing up, I was a music fanatic. Like I always listened to music. And I remember the first Christmas we got a boom box. You remember like that was the thing. Like if you had a radio, and that was right around the time when you still had when they was converting from tape to CD players, but then they had the radios where you could still play tape, and then on the top of it you could put the CD in.
Yeah.
And I will always listen to music. And shout out to Rip. Me, Darrell, and Rip. So this was my way of going to the studio without going to the studio at that time. He always, so when I used to always want to go to the studio with them, he would always tell me no. But we had just got us a boom box, and we had just got a desktop computer. And for whatever reason, Rip knew how to. So back then they used to make these little Logitech microphones that you could plug directly into the computer, and you can talk into it and it record. Kind of still like modern day technology now, how you had those, but it was kind of one of the first ones. But they had but the same way he said that they recorded the he recorded his mixtape with the tape player, and then you got to have we did that the same way, but we used that microphone and it would go straight to the computer. And that was my way of rapping. And then, you know, LimeWire, you can get all type of stuff. Like they used to get the songs, the beats.
Mm-hmm.
Used to always rap, me and Darrell. It just me and Dro. Shout out to Dro.
Yeah.
We will be always rapping and rapping and rapping. But it was always something me like, man, like how do you just really get good? How do you really get the lyrical layout? Like how do you just, you know, get the consistency with this? And again, you know, this me watching you. And at the time I was a heavy Wayne like fan, like heavy Wayne fan. Like I listened to all his stuff and just listen to how he was spitting, how he was throwing like, you know, he a metaphor God, if you ask me. But that was my original why, you know. But we could fast forward that a little bit. But now I feel like, and just to kind of go back off of some of what you just touched on, like with the music, the state of, we ain't made it that far, but the music is not good out right now.
Yeah.
And so nothing feels better than you making some music of your own and Ryan, and you can listen to that. And so I feel like there's a shift that needs to happen in music, a positive shift, because for years, even, and this is, you know, a little bit pre-pandemic, but mostly like during the pandemic, that was a massive breakout of just drill, sliding, and all these different things that polluted the well of good music. And we were stuck there for a while, and we still haven't fully recovered from that. But I feel like a positive shift in music needs to happen, which is the direction of my pen right now. So that is a big part of my why, if that makes sense. I try to keep it simple without making it drawn out. So it goes back to childhood and just remembering those things, and just always the curious mind of like wanting to do it, how to do it. And again, just watching you, Dro, Seaway, just seeing y'all go to the studio. And I remember the first time I went to the studio, and it was with you when you was doing, you had just made the if you know me, I'm too fly.
Yeah.
To the left, my collar, bounce to the right. Yeah. You had just made that one. And that was my first time going into the actual studio itself. And when I walked into the studio, that was Atmosphere Studios in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yep.
I remember walking in there, and it blew my mind because I have never seen nothing like this before. And at the time when we walked in, it was a live session going on. So I got to kind of see like, oh, this is what this looked like. So, you know, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And then I think the second time I went to the studio, it was also with you too. It was you, it was me, you, and Seaway at Bow Studio when it was over there off Zelda.
Yeah.
I forgot what song that you were doing, you had did that night. And I actually got to watch you in the booth lay your vocals down.
Damn.
And I was like, dog,
damn, I don't remember that.
What song it was, but I do. So this had to be, I don't know if you remember when Seaway had the Burgundy Lumina.
I vaguely remember.
So I was 5th grade, 6th grade around this time. I could have been I maybe could have been a little older. I can't, don't quote me on that. I don't quite remember, but I do remember going, I forgot what it was you on Zelda at that time, but you had laid something down. And that was like my first time getting to see you in the studio. Like I used to hear you rap all the time in the, you know, in the front room. Yeah. And you know, the post-production of it, and also the you know, I also saw you live, like, you know, performing, but it was something different about that studio experience that I saw,
Yeah.
and I was like, yeah, 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 yeah,
It made you want to get up in that motherfucker.
sure, for sure,
I
for
like it.
sure.
I like it, man. See, bro, it's so many. We can go back so many moments, right? So many moments, and that's why I want to do the documentary. I want to document this shit, which I hate I don't have footage from before 2010. I don't have any footage. I don't think I have any footage, but I know I have footage from 2010 and beyond because we got some footage from 2020 and 2021. You know, when we was recording our shit, you know, we still got some, you know, so but man, even going back to the end, bro, your why it resonates with your music. Like you was saying, how a shift needs to happen. And when I tell y'all, when y'all hear this man's project he's working on, I'm telling you, you gonna so the shit's incredible. And I ain't just saying that because it's my brother. I'm talking about just from being a music head, a rap lover. You want to hear that shit. You want to hear something that's gonna sit down and make you think. And we was talking about this, I think yesterday. We saw a post that we gonna start talking about some stuff like on other episodes. Like it'll be something we see on social media, a video clip. We'll play the clip, then we'll have a discussion about it. But there was this one particular clip about artists that make music with all the lyrical content and the music is about their life and their struggles and things like that, but it's no entertainment factor. And that's why, you know, you don't get as big or nobody really fucks with it that much because they don't want to sit back and listen to the pressure shit all day and shit like that, which, you know, I kind of feel them on that. You
True.
know, music does have to be entertaining, but also you don't have to just be an entertainer. You can also put social commentary into your record. Perfect example, Outkast. Why you think they music 30 years later, you can still 25, 20 years, you can still go back and listen to that shit. It's entertaining and it's saying some shit. It's telling
Absolutely.
you like, man, listen. So don't just be on that one, like, don't be on that shit where, okay, all my music got to sound like this. Cause when I hear your music, bro, it puts me in the mind that, okay, man, this dude can rap his ass off, but I can relate to the shit he's saying, and it's also painting a picture, right? And that's what I like because that's most of the music that kind of touched me. I feel like, okay, if it's something I can relate to, at first I was fascinated about the rhyme schemes. I was fascinated about rhyme patterns and schemes and shit like that, metaphors. It was fascinating, you know. Motherfuckers rapping like Fabulous and Lloyd Banks and, you know, all the punchline rappers and shit. But then I got older. And yeah, I listened to Outkast and Goody Mob and shit like that, Scarface. But when I got older, I go back and listen to that shit, and like, man, this shit really resonates with me now. As a grown ass man, I can relate to the shit they was talking about back in the 90s, bro. Cause
And
it really it's timeless fucking music.
and what we say, the older you get, the better it sound,
Mm-hmm.
because the older you get, even the music you listen to at that time, it made you feel a certain type of way for the mindset you were in.
Yep.
But when you get older, you understand those messages from a different perspective. So because you seen a lot of, because you start to see a lot of those things that they were talking about. So it makes you feel a certain type of way, like, man, this is the stuff that I be feeling, I be seeing, I be trying to tell people. And that comes from not even really thinking about the music at that particular time, when you just having general conversation trying to tell somebody like, man, you know, you got to think about it from this way, whoop de whoop de whoop. But then when you go back and listen to the music, you be like, man, this is the same stuff I was just telling, you know,
Man.
you know what I'm saying? Because you understand it from a different perspective. Because you know, and that's the beauty of music, man. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it.
That's why the greats are the greats, bro. How much Tupac music can you go back and listen to today that still fucking resonates, bro? The man been past 30 years. 30 years this year. He passed away in 96, bro. Is that 30 years? Yeah, it's 30 years. I believe that's 30 years.
No, it's 30 on the head, actually.
And how much of that music you can go back and listen to? The Dear Mamas, the So Many Tears, even the Brenda's Got a Baby. Like, oh man, so much of that shit. Bro, I'm thinking right now, because I'm in an Outkast mode. One of a verse people don't really talk about a lot. It off of Quimini, the synthesizer, the song with George Clinton. Andre's verse. Synthesizer, microwave me, give me a drug so I can make 7 babies, pump my breasts up, can you suck the fat up? My nose ain't right, think I need a new one. Bro, what are people doing today? They getting BBLs. He was talking about this in 98.
98, bro. But see that, let's fast forward to another verse of Andre on that Sorry with T.I. And I can rap that whole verse. But I want to talk about the part when he was talking about this the type of this the type of shit that'll make you call your baby mama when you're going off half a pill. Don't know why, but that's how it is. Then you take a flight back to the crib. Y'all may love like college kids. Then you say all the stuff you're gonna do better. We could try it. Shit again. But by the time the dope wear off, you feel stupid, she feel lost. That's that dopamine. The dopamine. I think Cupid done wear off. And then he fast forward a little bit, and he said a particular part, and he was like, what's he saying? Boring. And he said, but y'all say the verses is boring. Boring?
Yeah. Really?
Like, really? Boring? When I'm disgusted with this world.
Yes. Come on, man.
Hey, man. But again, that's the stuff that they were saying were boring, but that kind of piggies back off what you said with the lyrical layout, the metaphorical layout. Like you're not going to get that all the time. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's the message. It ain't about the lyrical layout because, you know, because truth, let's be truthful. You could spend a lot of time on a lyrical layout. Yeah. But when you got something in your heart and your mind that's telling you to tell a story, you ain't got time for the lyrical layout. You gotta write it how you feeling, and you gotta write it the way your heart and your mind is telling you to write it. And that might not just be, you know, directly lyrical. And when you listen to, especially with Outkast, and this is what I love about Outkast. And it's funny, you in the Outkast mode. I was listening to Outkast this morning in the gym. I was listening to Aquemini. No, AT-Aliens, my correction, AT-Aliens. I was listening to AT-Aliens. But when you listen to their music or you listen to those older albums, you might have like 2 songs storytelling. Then you have come back with a song that's where they flexing their muscles, showing you like we can do this lyrical stuff too. Right. And then, you know, they come back with another storytelling or some fun type stuff. But even in that fun type song, it's still a message. Bombs Over Baghdad. Oh, most people hear that it's a fun song. Bombs over Baghdad. I don't put a thing out unless you finna bang.
It's a message in that.
It's a message. But it's a message,
bro. And man, we can have a whole discussion on Outkast song. The whole world, that circus sounding song, it's a message in that motherfucker. Like, bro, all of their songs had a message in it.
Had a message.
Even Miss Jackson, the playful ass song, Miss Jackson.
Had a message. had a
Bro, that shit
message.
was real
It
deal
was.
shit, real life situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, so like, man, we can go on and on with that. You made me think about one of my most personal songs I did when my aunt passed. Pain runs deep. My aunt passed. It was in October 2018, I believe. That's when I did this. So the song is on my Undeniable Greatness, by the way. You know what I'm saying? We'll talk about our projects later, but anyway, so the song so personal. I wrote that she passed away on that Friday. 24 hours later, I was in the studio. And shout out to Mike, man. Because Mike, I hit Mike up at the last minute. And I said, Mike, you got time for me, bro? I really need to get this off my chest. I got a song, whoop the whoop. He said, come on in, bro. I was about to leave, but come on, I'll wait on you. So I remember vividly, bro. I was on the couch. Alabama and Tennessee was playing, right? The game went off. So after that, it was October, third Saturday, October, right? Watch the game. I really wasn't even into the game. I don't even know what the final score shit was. I know Alabama won. So after that, bro, the beat, I had a beat. I was listening to the beat. And the shit just, all I got left is these memories. It just spoke to me. That was one of the, I wrote that song in 20 minutes. Both verses. I just wrote this, I just kept writing. Shedding tears while I'm writing the song. Actually in my phone, writing in my phone, because that's what we would do at this point in time. So then I hit Mike up. Hour later, I'm in the studio recording this song that I just wrote. That's one of my most personal records right there. Shedding tears as I record it. And to this day, every time I listen to it, it's so raw. And like you say, it don't have to be no lyrical song, but it's a personal fucking record. And it's one of my most personal records. Because that October, like I said in that motherfucking song, it gets you every time. Cause my aunt passed in October, my grandma passed in October 4 years prior. So it hurts, but it felt so good to get that out on record. And when I play it, bro, sometimes I don't even like to listen to it, but sometimes I want to listen to it on repeat. You know what I'm saying? So that's like some songs so personal to you that I don't give a fuck if you like it or not. I know what it means to me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I got other songs like that, but you reminded me of that because how you saying how songs don't have to be the most lyrical shit in the world, lyrical miracle shit. But when you put it, that shit means something. It's a message in it, right? That message was, man, I love that lady that just passed away. Let me put this out.
I want to say something to that too. And this kind of to conversations you and I done had, where it's like, so with the not being lyrical or just the storytelling, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's like that could be bittersweet, because if you got a storytelling, is this storytelling gonna be entertaining to the point where you got people, vibing? Or if it's lyrical, is it gonna be too much where you in your mind you find between dumbing it down or just letting it rock with whatever it is you got it, and those who get it, who get it, and those who don't. Man. But that brings me to a question that I want to ask you, and where you at right now. Right? So you often say the attention span of this group of people is not good. Their attention span is very, 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 very short. So in creating a writing right now, when you approach things, how do you approach that particular part of the art?
I don't.
Okay.
That's the thing. So I'm gonna make this very clearly. Very clearly. And you kind of get stuck in the conundrum, right? Especially with me, because you know me, I'm a lyrical motherfucker, right? I can rap, right?
all day
But
long.
it's hard to dumb it down. I've tried.
Mm.
I got some songs where I'm
Okay.
not as hard as I am on other songs. Like, and we talked about, I'm like a commit. I can do any type of fucking record. I got records with Kilo Ali, the strip club type shit, right? I got the ladies anthems like the Between Me and Yous and the Making Love All Night, the Smile, that type of shit, right? Then I got the motherfuckers like the King Amongst Kings and shit where I'm just spitting the Stay True, the hip hop rap type shit, right? But trying to do a motherfucking TikTok record, bro, I can't do that shit.
You ain't doing
I can't, bro. Like, give me some motherfucking money. You know what I'm saying? Give me one of them little big. I'll put some shit on there for you, but I'm not probably gonna be happy with it. But you know what I'm saying? I'll do it.
Nor will you dedicate a project to that either.
I will not dedicate. No, you got to pay me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about you got to pay me. But see, the thing about that, bro, and to answer your question, I'm passionate about my shit, bro.
Okay.
Like Erica Badu said, I'm sensitive about my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, I'm Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man, if I put out some bullshit and I know it's some bullshit, bro, like if I do some bullshit, I got songs I haven't put out that I didn't really like them. Probably wasn't the worst shit in the world, but I know it wasn't the best shit. So I said, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because it went up to my standard. And like trying to dumb it down, I'm too old for that shit, bro. I done been in this bitch 25 years, bro. I'm 41 years old. Who I really want to hear my music are the people in the age group 35, 40, 45, 50, right? Because they done lived the shit.
Right.
We came from the era. Think about this shit, bro. The T.I.s and the Ludacris and all the rappers who was rapping coming out back then. Back then, 2000, 2001, those rappers jumping back out there. I'm in that mode because I want to say I came out with them. I wasn't popular, but I had started rapping around that time. So I feel like I'm alone with them. I'm an OG like them in my own right. So, and it also motivates me to see T.I. popping off like he doing, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, yeah, bro, he popping out. But at the same time, I can't make no records flexing like him because I ain't got the shit that he got. I haven't lived the life that he lived. So I gotta talk about the ups and the downs I've had over my past 25 fucking years. You know what I'm saying? I can't give y'all this fantasy world. I can't do that. I wouldn't even feel right doing that shit, bro. Now, if you wanna dress me up, give me some diamonds and shit, put me in the motherfucking Maybach and have me like looking like Ricky Rose somewhere, then I can talk about that shit because that's what I got. That's what I got. But I can't talk about that shit if I'm not doing that shit, bro. That's me. You feel me?
You just said something
talk to me, bro.
You just said something that sparked something in me. And that's the problem with 90% of the people. They want to hear music about a fantasy instead of listening to the music that relates to their struggle, they trials, or things that can help them carry forward in whatever they dealing with. It's like you out here fantasizing about a Maybach or diamonds and or spinning the block, whatever your preference is, but that's adding more fire to your troubles in your mindset that you in your heart and your mind know you want to get rid of, you want to part from.
Yeah.
But we all know music is contagious. What you listen to, what you consume can take over your mind and the way that you think. So if all you listening to or you want to hear is that fantasy music, that's how you're going to approach your everyday life. And when you got quality music that you, and again, this in your heart and your mind, like, damn, this nigga spitting. Damn, he hard. Damn, like I like this. But at the same token, you push that to the side because it ain't making you.
Yeah. You
know what I'm
But
saying?
see, at the same time, no disrespect to everybody who making that type of music, right?
Absolutely not. No
Because
disrespect.
it's a lane. It's a lane for it, bro.
Sure,
the clubs
sure.
got the pop. We need them hoes shaking their ass. Like we not like, bro. Shout out to Kilo Ali. He one of the most originators doing that shit, bro. I think he started all these niggas around here singing, rapping and shit, bro. He was doing that shit in 93, 94. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's his lane though. 69 boys. Shout out to my guy, 3 of the player, man. Them dudes made fucking history with the Tootsie Roll. And they still to this day out there on the road, getting that bread, even making new, like different, but they have a lane, right? So, and that's the thing. When you have artists that's classified Miami-based artists, right? Like Luke and them, right? Then you got trap music, the trap artists, right? And you got the, just different type. But at the same time, music is it's a universal language. It's a universal language. So of course, you're gonna want to hear some shit that make you feel good. Of course you are. Of course. Not the saying that, okay, don't listen to me because I ain't got nothing for you, but I do. But at the same time, I'm not gonna paint a facade. I'm not gonna paint a facade, bro. I can give you some shit that make you feel good. Yeah, I can give you that, but I can't give you no fake shit, bro. I'm not out here trapping. I'm not out here on the yachts and shit. I'm not out here, stunning on niggas like that. I can give you some songs in that type of vibe, but I can't stay in that lane 24/7 because that's not me. And it's a lot of rappers that need to be heard. I understand y'all might not want to hear and everything ain't got to be sad. Everything ain't got to be struggle music or depressing music. It ain't got to be that. When you put a project together, you'll have songs for different type feels, right?
Because it's personal.
Yes. Your album should depict who you are. Pimp C said it the best. If you're a cartoon character,
hey, I was just about to ask you, what's the famous Pimp C line that you love? And you hit it. You hit it.
Yes.
Say it one more time for the people that might not hear you.
If you're a cartoon character on your first album, you better be a cartoon character on your last. You got to be. And no disrespect to Ludacris, bro. I don't know if you saw his video to pull over to the new song. You got to watch it. The video's crazy because that's how Ludacris is. Ludacris came out as this character, the big afro, with the videos, bro. The video is nostalgic. You got to watch that song, the video. I'm not crazy about the song. I mean, I like it because it's Ludacris, but I'm not too crazy. But the video is gonna blow your mind because it go back to like the year 2000.
Okay.
When he came out with that time. So he ain't never switched up though. And I like that Ludacris. He never switched up. Ludacris has always been, he's gonna give you what he gonna give you, bro. He's a lyrical motherfucker, but he gonna entertain you. In his music videos, he's gonna do what he do, right? T.I., bro. And we could talk about this, who started trap, who started this, who started that. Bro, y'all know T.I., what y'all think of trap music? What y'all think of, right? He ain't trapping no more. So T.I. gonna give you that strap. He gonna give you that shit, boy. He gonna pop his shit because he done lived the life.
And that's what he doing.
Exactly. So
now
it's growth in music. It's growth, right? We not saying, all right, cartoon cat on your first and last. We not saying that you can't grow. We just saying don't switch up. Like, you come out and let's say, all right, like trapping. You can talk. You got to talk about the good. And Pimp C said this too. You got to talk about the good and the bad. And that's what UGK did. People didn't listen to you. Listen to UGK. You think about Pocket Full of Stone. You think about that Ryan Dirty. But listen to the whole totality of the project. They talking about what happens. My man Bobo just lost his baby in a house fire. You know what I'm saying? They talking about like shit that happened, real life shit. Talking about going to prison, you getting caught with the drugs and coming back out trying to change. Bro, you gotta talk about the good and the bad. You can't just say I'm trapping, I'm getting these bowls off, I'm doing this, I'm making it. Bro, what's gonna happen if you get caught, bro?
You go. Let's talk about the bad part of it. Let's talk about your homeboy who did get caught. Now, you know, you implicated, or the conversation you had that was tapped by, you know, like we want to hear all that stuff.
We want to hear all that shit, bro. And you know,
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You got it.
No, I was about to say, but that just again, when you think about that, what Pimp C was talking about, or when you think about where T.I. is at right now, particularly, I'm gonna go to T.I. before I get to Pimp. So when you think about what T.I. is, even when you listen to his music, he popping this shit. You know, you can see the growth from, you know, even back from I'm Serious, trap music, and all those. But it's still a level of maturity in that popping his shit, because if you listening to it, he's still saying some shit in there that could help you elevate as a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, but again, that goes to his storytelling, because even with the popping this stuff, he's storytelling in ways of how you can elevate, or even in his lyrical metaphors or his lyrical scheme, or how he approaching things. Like, you just have to listen to those things and not get so caught up. Man, it's, I don't want to jump subjects, but man, that just made me think though, bro. Like, what type of ears are you even listening to music with anyway?
Man, what
type of ears?
And you know, people just listen for the vibes, bro. And you know, we talked about this too. Music these days, most of that shit just background noise. Think about it. A lot of the playlists that they just putting a playlist on, all the music sounds similar. It's background noise to whatever you doing. That's all. You ain't really listening to the song. You may be listening to a hook. You may bounce to something, you know what I'm saying? But you may know the word to something, but you ain't really listening to that shit. You hear it, and it's a difference between hearing and listening. I don't know if y'all know this shit. It's a difference between hearing and listening. You can hear some shit, but are you really listening to what they said? But mom, you say, are you listening? Did you hear me, or are you listening to me? I'm listening. No, you ain't listening. You heard me, but you ain't listening because you ain't do what the fuck I said. You heard me, but you didn't listen to what I told you.
Told you to do.
Come on, man. Like, bro, Goody Mob, man, I love Goody Mob, bro. I think that's one of the best groups. Listen,
you got one of the best
albums. Woo.
Period.
As a grown up, whoever watching this, if you're a hip hop fan, rap fan, you got to go back and listen to that shit again. If you in the 30s, 40s, 50s, you got to go back and listen to what the fuck they were saying, bro. You have to appreciate it. You know, to appreciate it, you got to go back and listen to it. Man, a song I was listening in due time, Outkast and CeeLo Green, bro. Struggling, just a part of my day. Many obstacles have been placed in my way. Man, listen, that CeeLo. Now, Andre Big Boy versus with Cole, but CeeLo Lil Paul, oh my goodness. Boy, that shit every day is relatable. You wake up in the morning, bro. You thankful to just be alive. You thankful your eyes was open and you able to get through your day. Man, come on, bro. Come on, man. That's why I say music is a universal language, man. It's a universal language. Rap music is our universal language. We grew up in fucking Sheridan Heights, the north side. We grew up in lower income, right? We didn't grow up in a project, but we grew up in lower income, right? Come on, man.
Grew
Like,
up in
yeah,
definitely where
yeah, man. We didn't
stuff
grow
was
up in
still happening. You
so
know,
man, bro. So
seen, may, you know,
and
enough to where. Go ahead.
no, I'm just gonna say like they say the product of your environment. Like that's true because you see a lot of people don't make it out of their environments. You know, and a lot of music, a lot of the drug music, and killing and all that shit is part of the environment. That's the shit you love, the shit you like grew up listening to. I grew up listening to all that shit, Master P, No Limit, all that bull, all that shit. I grew up listening to all that type of shit, bro. But I just knew it's all about how you was raised too. Like you can't let the music raise you. You can be raised, brought up listening to this type of music, taking in all this music, but you can't let the music take you in. You can't just say, I'm gonna go out here and rob and kill a nigga because someone told me to do that. You can't be that dumb and naive.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, like,
I mean,
but at
because
the
that's
same
like
time,
you just because you watch an action movie, that don't mean you go out there and try to go kill somebody. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like the way you listen is the way you need to watch.
Yep. Yep. And it's entertainment. So that goes back to what we were saying. You watching the action movies, the killing movie, the shoot 'em up, bang bang. You watch everybody love movie, famous movie Scarface, right? You watch the Scarface and Al Pacino and all them,
Mm-hmm.
right? You ain't go out there and try to be them.
Nah. So why
So
listen?
and you listening to that, but you want to go out there and try to be the dope boy of the year. Cause Jesus and them told you. Come on. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like it's a catch-22, bro. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. But at the same time, you can enjoy some shit. I enjoy a lot of music, bro. I enjoy a lot of different type of music. I grew up on a lot of different type of music. I just chose to make the music that I wanted to make. I didn't want to go out here and emulate people, bro. I wanted to rap like Snoop Dogg. I wanted to be like Snoop Dogg, right? But I never smoked weed in my life. So you would think since I wanted to rap like Snoop Dogg and be Snoop when I was coming up,
You
I
have a
would be
blue egg and you got a blunt in your mouth.
I
Nah,
would
nah,
be Wiz Khalifa. You would think I would be Wiz Khalifa, right?
that ain't never been you. So,
That's what I'm saying. So and he was one of my favorite rappers, right?
so I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
What is it going to take to shift the culture
Ooh,
back to reality?
that's great, man. That's great. I don't know, bro. All I know, this is what I know, right? And we was talking about how this today, how the attention span is so short, and how social media has everybody's attention. And you can tell, like, this is real shit we telling y'all. People attention span is much shorter now. Where you remember we used to watch music videos? We used to sit in front of TV, watch 3, 4, 5 minute music videos.
All day.
Now the videos are 30 seconds. They're reels. So they call verts now. You ain't really seeing a lot of big music videos anymore. You seeing verts. So if you scroll on the YouTube shorts or the IG reels or the TikTok, T.I. and them, go look at what T.I. and them, you doing verts. You doing promotional videos, right? A lot of people doing this now. They doing the vertical videos and they're short. Music became short years ago. Me and you talked about this a lot. Years ago, we saw how 5 minute songs were becoming 2 minute songs. You know, some songs was chords, a verse, chords, and the song is over, right? So that was one key. That attention span was short. Now you see visually, everything is 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Like, if you had shit on too long, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna keep scrolling. Even if the shit high, even if they liking it, it's too long. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have to cut this shit and make some reels because y'all might not watch the whole thing because it's too long.
That's crazy, man.
I mean, bro, listen. But I mean, speaking for me, I will watch something that catches my attention. So if it catches my attention, I don't give a fuck if it's 3 hours. I'm gonna watch it, bro, because it got my attention.
Now, riddle me this bad, man. You say, and this is what they're doing. They make a 15 or a 30-second clip.
Right.
But that 15 or 30-second clip, you'll watch that 5 times in a row.
Does it make any sense?
And you could have watched
the full length.
The full length.
Yeah. Right. Right. And I know, bro, think about it. Like, okay, like you was born in what, 90, what?
3.
All right, I was born in 84. All right, so we right, you know. But I don't know when. Maybe people born 2000 and beyond, bro. I don't know when it kind of changed. But, like, it comes a point. I go back and watch all the old videos, and I just sit here and watch all the old videos, like, you know, that we grew up watching, right? Yeah, I scroll too. I scroll and watch me some reels too. But at the same time, bro, I like to watch a whole thing, right? A lot of the younger crowd, man, they just ain't got the attention span. They got to watch. They got to keep going. They got to keep going. I feel like they might miss some. If I stay on this too long, I'm gonna miss something else. Yeah. Same thing with music, bro. Like, and I hate. You know what I hate?
What's that?
I hate when they tell you your music need to catch their ear in the first 15 seconds. You know, I hate that, bro. I mean, I understand it to a certain extent. Like, okay, you want to, if you want somebody to like stay, you got to hit them in that first. But it's so stupid because what can you get out of a fucking 15-second clip of a song?
I think those people. I think those are just the people that say that. I think those are the people that are just trying to be too deep with it, or just try to act like they so musically inclined. Oh, I could just hear it because 15 seconds, a beat may start off a certain type of way, but it might change drastically, and that can happen drastically.
Yes.
So you can't give me that crap. Oh, 15 seconds. Nah, I hate it. I hate it too. So I'm with you. I hate it because you can't get none out of 15 seconds. You can't.
Bro, you can't. Even 30 seconds. Like, come on, bro. Okay, that's the beginning of the song. Like, most songs are structured where they used to be. It used to be structured. You had a little intro, you know, the beat, you know, it build up. Maybe your verse will come in, you know, or your hook will come in. Depending on what kind of song it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get why you say that. Now, if you coming in and your beat, you know, catch a motherfucking ear real quick, okay, I get it, you know. But at the same time, bro, you gonna miss out on a damn good song just trying to get that 15, 20 second. You gonna miss what the fuck the song is about. You gonna miss a good ass song, like a lot of information in the song because you couldn't catch it in the first 15
seconds.
Yeah, man, come on, man.
You just didn't want to listen from the get-go.
Yeah. And you know what?
Demo.
A lot of new, that's the problem. That's why it's so hard for a lot of new artists, right? Unless you are already a big artist that got a name that people gonna listen to because, okay, I like his music, or I heard him before, or he, you know, affiliated with such and such. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. But a new artist, bro, that's trying to get their music out there, bro, you ain't giving him but 15 or 30 seconds to show something. That is really unfair, right? Plus, you get thousands of songs that get uploaded every day. You see so many different new artists. That's why you got to act a damn fool on social media to get somebody attention, just so they can see what you talking about. And I hate that too. That's another thing I hate. You got to catch somebody attention on social media by doing some stupid ass shit on the TikTok just to get them to listen to the song.
To get them to listen.
Come on, man. That's the world we living in, though, bro. That's the world we living in 2026, bro. So the question, how do we feel about the music right now? I think it's to shit, bro. I think it. Not all the music, because there's some good music out there.
But the general state of the industry and just the algorithm of things that's out, it is some shit for sure.
You get lost in the algorithm real fucking quick, bro.
Yeah,
real quick.
Which is why we need all the OGs to pop back out.
Yeah, I like it.
ASAP.
ASAP. I like it. And we're going to find a way, bro. I know this is only the first episode, bro. We're going to keep this shit. We're going to give y'all episode every fucking week. And, you know, as much as we can, we're going to give y'all people. We're going to try to tap into some OGs. We're going to try to tap in to some peers, some people we know. This is for the culture too, right? I mean, you know, we rap music is at the forefront because that's what we live and breathe. But the culture, like a lot of things, the black culture, the music culture, rap, R&B, the entertainment factor. We got to tap into the entertainment factor because I want to know, like, bro, what is exactly is entertainment? Like, it's a lot of fucking things that can be labeled entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, but it's all about the conversation, man. You know, it's all about the conversation. And what better way than to start off the first episode of Talking That Ish than this conversation, man.
Nah, for sure.
We left a lot of meat on the bone, but we got a lot out, bro. And like I said, we could talk for hours and hours, bro. Like, this shit's history, bro. This is whole nother level, bro. This is 2006 shit, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know, man. Like, it's real shit, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I know I feel good. I'm gonna tell you what I feel good about. End this on a good note. I feel good about what you got going on, what you cooking up, your project, right? I feel good about that shit. I feel good about this podcast, bro. What we gonna do? Like,
yeah,
we just breaking the ice right now, but what we gonna do in the future? How this shit gonna pop off? How people gonna be want to jump on this shit to see what we talking about? How people gonna want to join the conversation? And how I'm gonna tap into some of the OGs that I know and get them on this motherfucking platform, bro. We finna. This is needed. Perfect timing, Decal. Perfect timing, bro. Perfect fucking timing, man.
We in motion, baby. We in motion.
We in motion, man.
Talking that ish, baby.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So y'all, man, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. You know what I'm saying? You watching this on Mista ENT YouTube channel. We got a Talking That Ish YouTube channel coming. So we gonna probably cut this up and put this on social media too. Tell the people where they can find you on social media, bro.
Decal_TG at Decal_TG on Instagram. And on Twitter, you can find me at Rock Newman.
Yeah. You're not heavy on social media like that, though.
Nah, I mean, I be on there, but you know, I start popping out a little bit more.
Yeah. You gotta get ready for that project, bro. You gotta pop out for the project.
For sure. I'm definitely gonna pop out more for the project. So y'all stay tuned for that. Mista ENT, he's on the project. I got him out of hiding. I got him off the poach because he's never been on the poach. I don't know why he decided to just take a seat on the porch, but I had to grab his hand and guide him off the porch to let him know you don't belong here. So I am excited about that. Should we tell them the name of the song? Is that cool?
Yeah, you tell. Yeah.
Oh, the song is Panda Situations. And let me tell you, he definitely panned the situation.
Yeah.
He definitely panned the situation. If anybody don't know what panning mean, you hear, and it's going like this, giving you two different perspectives of whatever the hell you got going on. Right. And but yeah, I'm excited about that. So, but I will pop out more on social media. At decal_TG on Instagram and at Rock Newman on Twitter.
And you popping out on here every week, bro, because you my co-host.
For sure.
I can't do the show without you. I mean, hey, we're a unit, bro. This both of our shit, right?
For sure.
You can't do it without me. I can't do it without you. That's what we doing, right?
Back and cover.
Yeah. Y'all know how to find me, man. At future_star_status, bro. That's my IG. That's the music page. You know, we do sports too, but this was particular for the music and the culture, right? You know, we gonna talk about a little sports because I throw some analogies in there and shit, But man, I feel good, bro. I feel good. And I blame you because you've been wanting me to come out, right? I done got in the studio and I laid the verse down on your project. I'm excited about this project that's coming real soon. I'm working on some shit. I just don't know which way I'm gonna go yet. But as the weeks progress, I'm gonna have more and more. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure out what I'm doing. But I got a lot of shit already out there. So you just search Mr. ENT on Apple Music, Spotify, or YouTube, man. And you watching this on Mr. ENT YouTube page, then you see everything is on there. So check it out, man. Shit, fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the day one. Everybody who been rocking with me for a long time. It's a lot of y'all. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate that shit. Rock with this man here. When I tell you, I don't put my name on no bullshit. I'm putting my name on this. I promise you, you will not be disappointed when this project drop. We're going to preview. We're going to drop some songs on this too during the coming weeks. We're going to give y'all like a song of the week. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give y'all the topic of the week. We're going to bring this right here is just the introduction. But we're going to give y'all episodes. Go ahead, bro.
I'm going to say in the meantime, y'all can go stream Concise. That's on Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, YouTube. Concise, D.CAL_. You type that in, and you type in Concise. I'm probably the only person on DSPs with a song named Concise, so it should pop right up.
Yeah.
Go stream it.
Yeah, absolutely. You are the only person with a song named Concise. And I was proud of you for doing that. I was like, oh, okay, smart. Yes, sir. But look, man, we're going to get up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all each and every week. Y'all stay tuned, talking that ish. We're going to go live eventually, but right now this is pre-recorded. So thank you guys for watching, man. Hit that like button on your way out, and we're going to see y'all next week, man. This Mr. right here, man. You already know how we do it. Decal
General, baby.
Yes, sir. We out of here.